1038 Ziegler Road, Palm.
That's correct. In full disclosure, I am on the school board, but these opinions or statements are mine alone. I'm actually going to give you a bit of information that I found from the Montgomery County Office of Aging and Adult Services. It actually specifically spells out the Upper Perkiomen area in their report. Montgomery County has a significantly higher percentage of lower income households for those over the age of 65 when compared to the rest of the population. Many older residents are feeling the financial pressure from living in the region with high cost of living, and many on fixed incomes and unable to meet increased costs for basics required to remain at home safely in the community. Since 2000 to 2015, Montgomery County saw an increase of 28% of individuals over the age of 85 and 40% of those over the age of 55 to 64. Western Montgomery County, including the rural Upper Perkiomen area, and that's a quote from the report, has seen a great development in recent years, yet it still contains distinctly rural areas and is home to a growing percentage of older adults 60 and 85 plus. Especially developers build more age-restricted housing in that region. It also goes on to talk about the disability issues and some types of disabilities that they have. And then it goes on to say the needs of these individuals, they're trying to plan for them now. As the older residents feel the financial pressure from living in a region with high cost and many on fixed income, unable to meet the increased cost for basic needs to remain in their home. The survey showed an increase in women over the age of 50 to be below the federal poverty guidelines in Montgomery County, and many living alone without social supports. The 2010 census showed a small percentage of older adults resided in either private home or apartment from the previous 2000 census, yet there remains the primary living arrangements for older adults in Montgomery County. The increased number of 55 communities has grown significantly, and this trend is noteworthy when considering those surveyed older adults have always reported that they desire to remain at home in the community, yet each major survey of residents has cited affordable housing as the major issue of concern for future. Since the economic downturn in recent years, the effect on accessible and affordable retirement housing options available to 65 plus Montgomery County residents is getting harder to find. Bringing this closer to home with a quick Google search on Upper Perk School District demographics, I found this. In Green Lane, Marlboro area, 28.7 are over 55, 19.32 are over 64 years old, and 4.5 of the total population are living under the poverty level. In Hereford, you have 45.16 over 55 years of age, 32.49 are over 64, and 7.7% of the total population under the poverty level. Upper Hanover, you have 17.63 over 55, and 14.94 are over 64 years old, and 1.6 of the total population under the poverty level. In Pennsburg, you have 29.03 over 55, 21.09 over 64, and 7.1 living under the poverty level. Red Hill, you have 29.83 over 55, 22.81 over 64, and 4% under the poverty level. In East Greenville, you have 33.09 over 55, 17.89 over 64, and 3.3 of the total population living under the poverty level. And according to altogether, an average 29.9 are over the age of 55, 20.3 are over 65, and 5.2 are living under the poverty level when you put it all together. The free and reduced lunch program that we offer at the school, we have 3,341 as of the last report, and 1,032 are actually on the free and reduced lunch. And from that, I was able to find out that 26% of that 30.86 that are on the free and reduced lunch are actually on the free lunch part. So that means they don't even qualify for the reduced lunch, they get the free lunch. Our community cannot afford this. I also wanted to make a few comments, since I still have time, is the facilities committee went over 5 options in 3 meetings totaling 3.5 hours. This building here was supposed to be a kindergarten center. That's what the community was promised. It still has half a building that's not being used. The $244 that's on the website for the school district saying that your taxes will go up $244, that's just for the construction. that doesn't include your normal increase in your budget. And the 2.11, I believe, mill is that we were told about, if you look at the upper perk, frequently asked questions, the total millage increase that the facilities came up with was 8.62. That's about a 30% increase in your millage. How could that not be a 30% increase in your taxes? I'm done.
Thank